Hello, so I'm here with David today. We have known each other probably since about 2020, when you were part of a plant-based challenge that I was supporting Dr. Alan Desmond and the Happy Pair to run, and so that was kind of how we first connected. And then our lives have kept overlapping in different ways over the years since then. So I'm really excited to have you here today. Thank you so much. Would you like to just briefly introduce yourself as well, please?
Yeah, okay. I normally say to people, I've had the perfect life, or then remind myself I'm having the perfect life because there's still life there. I actually, I'm not from Devon, as people pick up from my accent. I left home at 15 and a half to be an apprentice in the Royal Air Force, and I had 24 wonderful years there. That came to an end, and then went into human resources, worked in various different roles, got involved in human resources, mainly in the third sector and charities, ended up in Teignmouth. Main part of my life, I was a foster carer for 20 years as well, alongside Marion. And then leaving foster care, retiring, got asked to start a charity called University of the Third Age to help people when they're retired, which is where I met Chloe. And pre-COVID, like a challenge. So took the plant-based challenge, realized all the benefits for my well-being from all of that. Came out of, got really involved in being trustee of a charity, took over my life, threw my whole self into it. My wife said, "You're meant to be retired. Why are you doing so much for others, not myself?" Got involved with you as well, supporting the Ukrainians, I remember. So that was a big part of me wanting, with my family, to help Ukrainians, refugees. But then 2.5 years ago, I said to my wife, okay, I'll limit to what I do for others. I'll find, and I Googled for part-time admin job with a charity, and I found my dream job at, coming out of retirement. And I find volunteers for children in the care sector. So I love what I do. It's limited to 21 hours a week. And yeah, I've just had a really good annual performance review. So I know that that part of my life is going well. Living in Teignmouth, it's all's going well. So hope that's okay, Chloe. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we're going to be doing a bit of a kind of just a check-in with your life as a whole, but also with a bit of a mind on retirement and getting that balance right as you're getting a bit older, between like how much you're working and volunteering and spending with your wife and your family. So we're going to kind of have that in the back of our minds as we go through this. And we're going to be using the 5 ways to well-being. And so this is the result of some research that was done into well-being, and like what are the key sort of ingredients to living a good, healthy, happy life. And so it's a little bit of a check-in with all of those. And what I'm going to be asking you to do is score each area out of 5. And then we'll have a little bit of a discussion about each one as well. But we're going to go through it really quickly and get the scores out of 5, and then we'll go back and do a bit more detail once we can see if there's any that are like outliers that need a bit more attention. Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. So the first one, and we obviously are both community-minded people. So the first one is connect. So this is all about feeling part of your community, having meaningful relationships, so people that you can go to ask for help when you need it, people that you can like, that you feel vulnerable with, people that you have fun with, just feeling part of a community. So on a scale of 1 to 5, how would you score yourself for connect?
Can I go 6?
You can go 6.
Yeah, okay, I'll go 5.
That sounds
6.
accurate. I know you too well.
All right.
And then the next one is be active. And so this is not just about going to an exercise class. I know you've been a keen park runner. So it's not just about that. It's about generally how you live your life. Like, are you sat in a chair or on the sofa all day? Are you generally quite an active person? How is your diet? How's your sleep? All of the sort of physical health, I suppose. And remember, it's not about, oh yeah, I run a marathon every day. That doesn't mean 5. It's about feeling happy with your physical health and your physical activity. So what would you give yourself out of 5?
Okay, I think I'm hesitating between a 2 and a 3 here.
Okay.
I mean, that is, I do find I'm low on energy. So,
Okay.
especially in this summer weather. So,
yeah. Me too.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, neither of us are made for this weather.
No.
So if I had to make you commit to 2 or 3, which would it be?
A 2.
2. Okay.
At the moment, a 2.
All right. And the next one is take notice. So this is about being very present and grounded in the moment that you're in. So you're not sort of stressing about things that haven't happened yet and that might not happen. You're not worrying about things that have already happened that you can't change or that you feel guilty about, but you're very present. Maybe you're spending time in nature and just like really appreciating where you are. So being present and focused and not getting distracted all the time with worries and things. So again, what would you score yourself 1 to 5?
I think a 4 for that. For
Cool.
example, before this call, I went for a walk out just into the park just to have a little break and gather my thoughts. So
Lovely.
yeah.
Excellent. I like that bit of preparation time.
Yeah.
And the next one is keep learning. So this might be courses that you're doing, challenges that you're taking. If you watch documentaries on the TV or you read nonfiction, listen to podcasts, try, if you're learning the piano or any sort of new skills that you might be learning. So again, 1 to 5.
I think again a 4 on there.
Okay. And finally, this is going to be the really interesting one with you. So this is give. So this is about volunteering, donating to charities, feeling very fulfilled, doing purposeful, rewarding work, which you absolutely, no question that you are doing all of that. And I'm sure that, friends feel they can come and ask you for help. So my question that I really want you to think on here is not how much do I give, and I give loads and so it's a 5. How happy are you with the amount that you give, bearing in mind the impact it has on your relationship as well, because that obviously maybe impacts your score. So I really want you to think about this one.
I think I've learned in the past 5 or 6 years to get the balance. I've learned to check with my wife and ask and check her diary, check the impact. So I would say, as recently as this morning, somebody said, could I spare an hour this evening? Missed the England football game, but there's a charity in Pretz that needs a little bit of help. And it was easy for me to say, yes, of course I can give an hour. And that for all the reasons that people do. So I think, no, I'm very happy with the balance on that as a 4.
How easy would it have been for you to say no if you really wanted to watch the football instead?
It would have been easy because my friend had said, there was no need for me, but 2 other people had dropped out because of the football and he would understand. So it would have been easy to say no. It's not that I answer every request.
Okay, fantastic. So what we've got here is a quite clear area that needs a bit more attention.
Yeah.
So we've got a 6 and 3 4s and a 2. So 2 is quite significantly less than the others. Yeah. So tell me about your energy levels and your movement and activity, diet, sleep, all your physical health stuff. What's going well?
Okay, I guess, well, when I'm reaching my age, every day you wake up is a bonus. So, uh, um, so I'm awake generally 5 o'clock, 5:30 each morning, ready to go, thinking about the day ahead. It used to be that I had the energy to perhaps go for a jog or a cycle ride, but I don't do that anymore. And probably more than do listen to a podcast or I do read for leisure, so I do read in the early mornings as well. Um, but yeah, most days I've got my day planned with how I'm going to work my 21 hours a week that day because I can work flexi time anytime at all. Diet is good, not
Yeah.
totally plant based, of course, but well, not of course, but I haven't. Uh, but yeah, no, eating well. I've been going to Slimming World for 2 years because I do have a need to keep checks and balances on that, uh, uh, and then, but my energy sort of goes by about 7 o'clock in the evening. I'm just feeling fatigued, and then, but I do sleep well from 10 o'clock till 5 o'clock. So
And so if you had more energy, how would you like to spend it?
I think, well, socializing in the evening with my wife. Um, uh, yeah, perhaps reading more. Well, no, the ideally would be to go especially in the summer now, to go cycle riding with her in the evening, or yeah, or and I know we should be going out for more walks,
Okay.
but and I guess
And
one of the things I'm disappointed is with 3 months ago I'd set myself the target of being not to increase in my running, so I was jogging every Tuesday and every Thursday, doing park run on a Saturday, so I could by now have built up to do a 10K. But I'm feeling a bit disappointed that that just never really happened. That life got in the way, and
okay, what do you think I'm going to say?
oh gosh, um, I, I think you're going to say, "Oh, what do I need to do to make it happen?" Will you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and um, and then to well, one thing I've learned perhaps from you or others was to then, particularly with the training schedule, to write it in my in my work calendar and in my personal diary, and then so and then to actually do the increase in activity. Um, yeah, is that what kind of thing you were thinking? Because I do
Almost.
go to I check in at Slimming World every Wednesday morning. I check in at Parkrun every Saturday. So I am one for regular check-ins on how my well-being is doing.
Yeah. So I guess my question to you is what you know what you need to do.
Yeah,
What do you need to do less of or stop doing to give you more time, more energy?
I guess less sitting down. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I did give up Facebook in January because I was doom scrolling there. I have for my own learning. I've got into LinkedIn, so I do find that that's getting a little addictive now. So yeah, it is less sitting down, more standing up, I guess is what I need to do.
Yeah, but also, um, there's nothing wrong with having to sit down.
No,
There's only
no, no.
so much that you can keep doing. I guess what I am curious about is if you want to prioritize your sort of physical fitness and be able to go for these walks and bike rides and run 10K, if you want to prioritize those things, and at the moment there's not quite enough space for them in your week to do in the way that you want to, something else is going to have to go. And given that we're talking about energy levels sort of depleting as you're getting older, I'm not sure that sitting down is like you might need the sitting down.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah, I'm
what
with you
else?
on
Where
that.
else is there room for something to like to ease off a bit to give you more time to dedicate to exercise?
Uh, I think it's coming back to this evening that we're both in the habit because my wife's very, very active. She's swimming in the sea all the time. She's out with friends. She's doing her bits. But in the evening, we sit down and we put on Spotlight at 6:30, and then that's the evening. We just sort of so there is that time. So in the evenings, we could be cut out that and build in something more. Yeah.
And obviously, that's something we were speaking about before we kind of hit record about. So how many of these things are opportunities for you to be spending more time together whilst
Yeah,
exercising?
that's the thing, isn't it?
So you're
Yeah.
kind of killing two birds with one stone almost.
Yeah, that's the idea. The ideal, as I say, would be for us to going out cycling together, or yeah, going up. I mean, to my shame, my great nephew came down, and we took him up onto Dartmoor to Hay Tor, and realised that we hadn't been up there since COVID. And
Wow.
and
Okay.
as you know, it's only 20 minutes from Teignmouth,
Yeah.
and it's just like so doing more of that thing together. Yeah, and just getting out and walking up Hay Tor together, simple little things might
Yeah.
be the way. Yeah.
Yeah. And so what you've also talked about is how like you get to that evening time, and this, it is hot at the moment, isn't it? And
Yeah, yeah.
you've been working all day, but like, you get to that evening time and you're quite tired and sort of just slump in front of the TV and that's all you can manage. But you've also told me, so you're not using that time to exercise, and you're not using it for like date time. But tonight, when the football's on, you have agreed to go and do some volunteering. And so it's like you're prioritizing that, and which, like there's not, it's brilliant, all the amazing things that you do and the ways that you
Yeah.
give. But when it's somebody else asking, other than like your own health or your wife asking to spend time with you, you are finding the energy.
Okay. Yeah.
How does that land with you?
It does. I know. I totally understand it. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what things, if you want to spend the evenings together doing quite active things like walks and bike rides, what can you do during the day? And especially when it's hot like this, what can you do during the day to conserve your energy so that you're not so tired in the evening?
Well, I guess people my age have a little siesta after, so I could build in a little.
Not just people your age. I
All
love a
right. Oh, is there not?
siesta. Nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that.
no, no. Um, no, I could. Yeah, so I can build in rest during the day, and yeah.
How does that how does that feel for you? Is that something that you feel comfortable with? Is it something that you enjoy?
Yes, it would be. Yeah, I can because I do from have I usually have two or three books on the go at the moment, and or so there's yeah I could see myself allotting time in the day just to sit and read the book, and if I do close my eyes and fall asleep, no
Yeah.
harm done. The book will still be there
Yeah.
the following day.
Yeah, just reread that page that you're on. Like, did I
Yes.
read this already? Um, and so if if Marion spoke to me and she felt completely safe and wasn't worried, if she's really saying what she feels, what do you think that she would say that she wants from you?
Oh, I've been trying to work that out for about yeah.
No one knows
I
what
think
women want.
no, no. I think she would just want to feel that she is more important than by helping others. and that I could sacrifice others for her. And yeah, which obviously I do try and have date time with her. I try and um, work out, yes, protect days where we can go out together. But I'm not the kind of person that enjoys walking around Trago Mills, whereas Marion does. So it's
Okay.
yeah,
Brave
finding it.
lady.
Sorry.
Brave lady. Yeah. No,
Other
I got
other
you. I'm
department
enjoying that.
stores are available,
Yeah.
especially. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, and so how can you show her that she is just as or more important than all the help that you give to all the other people in your life?
By making time for her. Yeah, protecting time, taking weeks off and going away on and spending just the week together. Um,
And so there's all your voluntary stuff that you do,
yeah,
there's your job, there's Marion, and maybe friends and family would go in that as well. And then there's yourself. So your own hobbies, your own health, your own reading and listening to podcasts and all of that. So how does that factor in terms of priorities? Because I know how busy your schedule is. How much space in there is just yours?
to me, it seems plenty. Yeah, it
Okay.
seems. Yeah, I've um, yeah, when I started 2.5 years ago and was being coached by you on time management and all that good stuff, to me it feels that I've got it right. Um, and I guess what I feel that yeah is how I maximize the time, so I have the biggest impact. That's what I really want to do. Is think in a year's time, yeah, have I had a great year, and can I just give up everything and do what retired people do, whatever retired, yeah, whatever that word means. Yeah.
And so tell me about the impact that you want to make. So what impact do you need to, so I'm assuming you're talking specifically about your job. What impact do you want to make in the next year where you're going to feel like I've done what I needed to, I've left the legacy that I want to, and I feel ready to leave?
I think you've hit on the word there, legacy, because as part of my professional life, I went over to Darfur in Sudan, and not many British people go there. And they always spoke about the people, like they always spoke about, oh, Kate was wonderful. Kate was, and I'd say, oh, what was so special about Kate? Thinking I want to be like this person I'd never met. Um, and so, yeah, I guess that when I leave my job, I want to leave it that I'm fulfilled, that I did everything I did, and I guess handed over knowledge to other people, to the next generation. I think that's the key bit for me
Okay.
is to, yeah,
And so you talked about, every day is a gift, as you're
yeah.
getting older. So if you were, touch wood, if you were to not wake up tomorrow, what is the legacy that you think you would leave already?
I think I've heard from my grandchildren and my children that they really admire what I do for other people. Um, yeah, so I think that would be my legacy. And I think in fact, my manager asked it, and my annual performance review last week was, where do I get this from? And it's from my mother. I remember my mother when I was a little boy saying, David, you've just got to be kind to people, be nice to people, help people. That's what life is like. And dear mother, dear Jean, she was a mother. That was her role in life, and she worked in a factory to get um, put food on the table. She didn't have any other ambitions in life apart from watching her children and her grandchildren grow. And
Yeah.
so,
And so
Yeah, to all
it's
the
really
mothers,
nice to see that
out
legacy,
there. Yeah,
all
well,
those generations.
yeah. So I think that is um, exactly what I'm doing now, is trying to create my own legacy, um, and just getting ready for that
Yeah.
next stage of my life. Not the third age that I'm in now, but perhaps getting ready for the fourth age. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what could you do over the next couple of days that is going to really help Marion feel prioritized?
Talk to her. Shall I ask her?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I will.
Mhm.
I'll, I shall ask her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just want to finish off by going, if we were to time travel to a year from now and you feel like you've done everything you wanted to at work, you're leaving in a really good place and you've made that decision to retire, and or maybe 14 months from now, so you've got settled into retirement, you've got that balance, you're having more time with Marion, you're having more time to exercise, what would that future version of you, what advice would he give to you now?
Well, good question. Would be, remember that after 27 years of marriage, to um, focus on Marion, and remembering that she is entering the same area as well, and to learn how to go down the path together. So from today, for the next 14 months, we're on the same path, and yeah.
And I think as well, there's something about, if on the other side of you working and your retirement together, you're wanting to be quite active, there's something about, and you're already doing really well at this, but like keeping active so that you can be active and go and have
Yes.
adventures together at that
Yeah.
point. So, okay. So if you were to make some of the changes that we've talked about, like what would it take to turn that 2 for be active? What would it take to turn that into a 4?
By me, oh, what time? Having, uh, making time tomorrow to actually start going out. Uh, on the fitness is in two areas: the running side and the cycling side, and making a commitment that tomorrow I will find time to do it with Marion.
Lovely.
Yeah,
And I just want to challenge that word find,
yeah.
because you
Or
have to create it. It's
create,
not there
make,
just
no,
waiting.
create, make, create. Yeah,
And that might mean you have to say no to something else or do
yeah.
something differently or delay it. Um, okay. How's that feeling? Are you, what's your main takeaway from this conversation?
That I already knew all this, but I've been procrastinating for so long, that I'm really grateful that you've helped focus my mind and work out from that the five what of well-being,
Five ways to well-being.
the 5 ways to well-being. Yeah, it was very clear where I aren't feeling satisfied with my life at the minute, and yeah, I do know how to take those steps now. Whereas
Fantastic.
since you invited to me this, ideas have been floating around, but nothing's really landed. But it does feel now that they definitely have. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
Okay.
joining me.
Okay.